We all know that feeling when we're in an exam situation or maybe a teacher's called on us and we don't know the answer. We know we've studied it, but we can't locate it. This is the power of recall. Now, one of the things we know with recall is it's not usually that you can't bring it back. It's actually that when you learnt it, you didn't file it in the correct position. So what's really important is that when we study, the engagement we have there is all about output and not input. So great study doesn't involve reading, rewriting or skimming. They're all input tasks. They're like a comfort blanket. That's what your textbook is. It keeps you feeling safe and it makes you feel like you know things. But actually, study should be all about the active engagement of output, which is what you produce, what you put down, and that needs to be without resources. So if you are somebody that feels like you do study, but don't really make the gains that are worth the time you put in, then I'd love you to really look at 2 new techniques today, both of which involve you using output in study and revision tasks. The first one is something that I call the brain dump, or scientists call it blurting. It's when you start with a blank sheet of paper and you pick a topic or maybe a dot point in the study design and you write down everything you know about it. No resources, no notes, no music in the earbuds either. Just writing down everything you know. When you're exhausted, which could take only 5 to 10 minutes, it can be a very quick task, then go back to those notes, flick, have a look. What did you cover? What did you not? Have a read, shut again, continue and build. Now, this technique not only has high output and active engagement, but it also allows you to think about related topics, which helps with question technique. Now, a second way to go about enhancing those study techniques is then about brainstorming. Now, this is about trying to figure out what a question requires you to do. So again, come back to the topic, come back to the dot point, and now we're going to brainstorm what the questions might ask. I call this predictive questioning. Write a why question, a what question, a compare question. Get 2 different dot points and see how they may be linked to one another. You predicting where the examiner is going to help you to go not only gives you practice questions, but also enables you to critically evaluate why the content is important. Both the brain dump and the brainstorm are super tasks that you can do in only a 10 or 20 minute block. So there's something that you can incorporate every second or third day into your study planning now to help you give a boost by the time we get to the serious end.